problem? Janjaweed. I said, who is the problem? Janjaweed. I said, who is the problem? Janjaweed. I said, who is the problem? Janjaweed. Biafra. 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 Are you ready for freedom? Yes, sir. Our freedom is guaranteed. Yes. 100%. I speak in tongues. Our freedom is guaranteed.
In a protest we're having today, Nnamdi Kanu and every
all they are doing is distraction, you know, because we know and we know that our freedom is purely guaranteed.
For those of Igbos, for those of
now we're going to sing another song. Okay?
that need justice.
When I say Kenya,
Today we are here.
you say shame on you.
Television.
When I say Nigeria,
we don't need.
you say shame on you.
In our
When I say you are,
and freedom is what
you say.
and freedom
You
is
no. The second one is you say you are kidnapper because Kenya kidnapped and now gave their grandfather who is Nigeria terrorist. Okay. When I say you are, you say you are kidnapper. Yeah. The first one, and the second one is you are terrorist. Okay.
That say that you will not drink water and keep on. Keep on watching. Keep on being much of what as we host you today on our protest. Thank you.
It's a flood, everybody knows, you know. And this is the reason why everyone is crying, you know. Now, listen. Kenya, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Kenya, shame on you. Uhuru Kenyatta, shame on you. Muhammadu Buhari, shame on you. You are terrorists. You are terrorists. You are kidnappers. You are terrorists. Kenya, shame on you. 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 Nigeria, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Buhari, shame on you. Uhuru Kenyatta, shame on you. Buhari, shame on you. Uhuru Kenyatta, shame on you. You are kidnappers. You are terrorists. 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 Nigeria, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Kenya, 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 shame on you. You are kidnappers. You are terrorists. 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 Nigeria, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Kenya, shame on you. Kenya, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Kenya, shame on you. Nigeria, shame on you. Kenya, shame on you. You are kidnappers. You are terrorists. You are kidnappers. You are terrorists. You are kidnappers. You are terrorists. shame on you.
Nigeria,
Shame on you.
Kenya,
Shame on you.
you are,
Kidnappers.
you are,
Terrorists.
you are,
Kidnappers.
you are,
Terrorists.
I say you are,
Kidnappers.
you are,
Terrorists.
Nigeria,
Shame on you.
Nigeria,
Shame on you.
Kenya,
Shame on you.
Nigeria,
Shame on you.
Kenya,
Shame on you.
Nigeria,
Shame on you.
Kenya,
Shame on you.
you are,
Terrorists.
you are,
Terrorists.
you are,
Kidnappers.
Uhuru Kenyatta,
Shame on you.
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 Buhari,
Shame on you.
Buhari,
Shame on you.
Pantami,
Terrorists.
Lai Mohammed,
Shame on you.
Pantami,
Shame on you.
Gumi,
Shame on you.
Pantami,
Shame on you.
you are,
Kidnappers.
you are,
Terrorists.
you are,
Kidnappers.
you are,
Terrorists. Biafra. Biafra. Biafra.
I believe in freedom. Do you believe in freedom?
Yes,
Do
sir.
you believe in freedom?
Yes, sir.
I'm the witness that you believe in freedom.
Yes.
You believe in freedom.
Yes.
And I say,
Wow.
oh yes, oh yes. We all here believe in freedom. And we are born free. And freedom we must.
Yes.
Freedom we must.
Yes.
Now, we're gonna sing another song to them. Because I believe they don't have ear. We're gonna sing until their ears are open. Their ears are open, both local and international. For them to know that Biafra is a monster. Alright? Biafra is a monster.
Biafra
It's
is
a
a
spirit.
monster.
It's a spirit. You cannot capture the spirit. No matter how you try, you cannot hold on the spirit. You are the witness here. You are the witness.
Yes.
Yes, there is witness here. Biafra is the spirit. You cannot hold the ideology. Alright? You cannot hold the ideology. Brother, okay, let's sing this song. Right? I want us to go this way. Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi IPOB, Homeriwo Nendezu, Ndiroya, Abakare, Mama Dahora, Ena baby baby man, Nnamdi win the war. I fight on dance and play. Ena baby baby man, Nnamdi win the war.
I don't dance. I don't dance.
I fight on dance and play. Ena baby baby man, Nnamdi win the war.
I don't dance. I don't dance. I don't dance. Una boogie baby Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
I don't dance. I don't dance. I don't dance. Una boogie baby Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
I don't dance. I don't dance. I don't dance. Una boogie baby Nnamdi.
Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi IPOB, Homeriwo Nendezu, Ndiroya, Abakare, Mama Dahora.
Una boogie baby Nnamdi.
Hold on. We got another inspiration come. Malami, Ona Bugi Mary Nnamdi. Oh yeah, Pantami, Malami Gumi. They are conspiracy. In your conspiracy, Ona Bugi, I know feet. They are trying to steal it. Abakare, Mama Dahora, Ona Bugi Mary Nnamdi. And then they win the war. Python dancing, Python dancing, Python dancing. Ona Bugi. Python dancing too. Ola Bogi baby, and now they win the war. Python dancing too. Ola Bogi baby, and now they win the war. Python dancing too. Ola Bogi baby, and now they win the war. Python dancing. Ola Bogi baby, and now they win the war.
attended, that's a 3. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
That's a 3. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
Attendance 1. That's a 3. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
That's a 3. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
That's a 3. Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
That's a 1. That's a 3. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi win the war.
That's a 3. Unapugi Mary Nnamdi. Freedom.
Freedom, let my people go. To go Gambia, my story there. Allow them go to their promised land. Freedom, let my people go.
Freedom, let my people go. Someone is calling them. Allow them go to the promised land. Freedom, let my people go. Biafra. Biafra. Freedom.
We're lovely, we're wonderful, and we're blessed people. Is any one of us misplaced their phone? Anybody? Please check yourself and see if your mobile phone is on you. And if it's not on you, by the end of today, I'm going to hand it to the police so that they can have it. But check yourself, everybody here. If you've misplaced your handset, you have till the end of our protest today to come to me or the National to collect your phone. After that, I will hand it to the police. Oh hey! Oh hey! Biafra! Freedom! Okay.
Anyị galala, anyị galala, anyị galala.
Anyị galala.
Anyị galala, anyị galala, anyị galala.
Anyị galala.
Biafra galala. Anyị galala, anyị galala, anyị galala. Anyị galala, anyị galala, anyị galala. Anyị galala. Biafra galala, Biafra galala, Ani galala, Ani galala, Ani galala, Biafra galala, Biafra must go, Biafra must go, Biafra must go, Biafra must go, Biafra must go. Onye amụma anya bịawo Nnamdi. Tubara na Nnamdi. Amụma anya bịawo Nnamdi. Tubara na Nnamdi. Amụma anya bịawo Nnamdi. Tubara na Nnamdi. Amụma anya bịawo Nnamdi. Tubara ya Nnamdi. Nnamdi. Gwa ya Nnamdi, onye amụma anya bịawo Nnamdi. Tụba 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 ya Nnamdi. Biafra! Biafra! We are Biafra, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwu Abiyama, we must conquer. We are Biafra, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwu Abiyama, we must conquer. We are Biafra, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwu Abiyama, we must conquer. We are Biafra, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwu Abiyama, we must conquer.
Oh hey.
Biafra.
Oh hey.
Biafra.
Biafra.
Freedom.
Please, the phone was found somewhere around here. I know it's one of us that owns the phone. So please, come to our head of security, IPOB head of security, okay, and they will sort it out. So if you know your phone is missing, check yourself. Come to OK and touch with me. Oh hey, oh hey, we go. Free Nnamdi Kanu! 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 Good citizens of Britain, the people we are seeing here today are people of Biafra. Just in case, if you don't know where Biafra was located, Biafra is a peaceful land located in where we call Eastern Nigeria today. But Nigeria is a forceful amalgamation by the Britain in 1914, whose name is Frederick Lugard. He came to my ancestral home where we live in peace with the neighboring people of Biafra. He came there and said, you, Nigeria. That is how Nigeria come on board in 1914. And since Britain created 1914, it's all about bloodshed. It's all about killing. It's all about mayhem. It's all about terrorism. It's all about butchering innocent children. It's all about raping, kidnapping, everything you can talk of. Nigeria comes number one. Corruption, abomination, hooligans, kidnapping, everything you can take off, you find it in Nigeria. But we are here today. The reason we are here today, we want to let the good citizens of Britain know that there is another side committing against us in 1967 to 70. We lost nearly 6 million people. That is what BBC will never told you. That is what CNN will never told you. That is what Al Jazeera will never told you. That is what Fox News will never told you. And they want to sweep it under the carpet, and then we say enough is enough. We are here today to let the good citizens of Britain understand that where we come from, we are very peaceful people. We are very caring, loving people. We don't harm people that come to us. We only take care of them. We don't harm people. We only respect human beings. But there is one atrocity committed against us by Britain. Britain forcefully amalgamated us in 1914 without our consent. My ancestors does not know about it. Rather, my father knows about it. Rather, my mother knows about it. And then they forcefully created that place called Nigeria. And Nigeria is killing us today. And we want to let your citizens, the citizens of Britain, to understand that it's your responsibilities to go to Downing Street to ask them what is the crimes of Biafrans. It's your responsibility to ask them. You need this explain. You need to ask them so they can explain to you. We are the only people who lost 5 million people after the Holocaust against the Jewish, and nobody is talking about this. But do you know that Rwanda genocide being recognized? 800. Do you know that the Holocaust being recognized, but Britain want to sweep 6 million innocent Biafrans under the carpet? But you know it's not easy for we to allow it to go under the carpet. We must let the whole world know. It doesn't matter how long it takes, and we must surely get freedom. That is what we are asking for. But we are here today to let you know there is Britain citizen
His name is Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen who is fighting for the freedom of his people. That was the atrocity he committed. A British citizen who saw the danger people into and said enough is enough. And he rose up and said, give my people freedom. And he was being kidnapped. Kenya government and Nigerian government, Kenya government, $1 billion to kidnap just one person, Nnamdi Kanu, and he was detained in Kenya for good 8 years. We don't know about it. He was chained on the concrete floor. He was being humiliated, and among that, he was forcefully returned back to Nigeria. Extraordinary rendition is a crime against the international community. That is why we are calling on British government.
And the government is silent.
And that is why we are calling on number 10, British government to intervene in Nnamdi Kanu's case. All he's asking is the same thing that British asked to leave the European Union.
Brexit.
There is never war between the EU and the Britain. Britain left EU peacefully and everybody go their separate way. He wasn't in the barrel of gun. He wasn't in the barrel of nuclear weapon. And Britain exit EU in a peaceful way. The same way Nicola Sturgeon asked for the Scottish independence. It was given to them and they determined their fate. And it goes the other way around. The same way we are asking Britain to ask Nigeria to give us our freedom. We want referendum to determine the future of Biafrans. We don't want to go to war. We are not fighting anybody. We are peace-loving people. But I want to let you know that we have died enough in the hands of Nigeria and sponsored by British government. Today, do you know that there is almost 4 or 6 terrorist groups in Nigeria, in the north only? Number 1 is called Boko Haram, ISWAP, Al-Qaeda, ISARU. Talk about it. There's too much terrorist groups in the northern state. And the third one is Fulani herdsmen. The third terrorist group in the whole world, designated by the terrorist watch list. Fulani herdsmen, Mieti Allah, a terrorist organization. The whole world knows about it. But do you know what surprised me? That there is an ambassador, British ambassador to Nigeria. Her name is Katora Lang. Katora Lang is sitting Abuja there. Watch Fulani herdsmen being killed, innocent children taken away from their home, being butchered, being slaughtered by the gun British government sent to Muhammadu Buhari.
Katora Lang is taking pictures.
Katora Lang is there taking picture with the terrorist people in the north. Katora Lang is responsible for all the mayhem that is being committed against ethnic group in Nigeria today.
Yes.
When Nnamdi Kanu was asking for the freedom of Biafrans, he saw it and people were mocking him. And today, our Odudua brothers have realized that Nnamdi Kanu meant good for them. And they rose up today and said, enough is enough. That we are blind, we never know that this man has seen it all, trying to rise everybody up. But do you know what is happening today? That Fulani herdsmen cannot allow our people to go into their own land again to farm. If you didn't go to your land, you will be raped by Fulani herdsmen. You will be killed, butchered by Fulani herdsmen. And we are here to say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
But one thing we are going to do, we have to defend our ancestral home. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take us. It doesn't matter how many of us they killed. It doesn't matter the humiliation against our people. But we are not going to see it and watch what happened in 1967 to repeat himself again.
No retreat, no surrender.
Because the Western world must surely take part of it as well. Because we have been protesting peacefully. telling the whole world what the atrocity being committed against us as a human being. Our only crime is to live where God put the mineral resources and is being taken today. We are not against taking the mineral resources here. We are not greedy people. You can take the gas and the oil, but we are asking, why are you taking the gas and the oil in my land and you turn around and give AK-47 to the Fulanis to kill us? We want to be free.
We want to be free.
We want to be free as a people, just the way the British citizens are free. We want to be free. Allow us to be free in our own ancestral land. Allow us to grow old and die in our ancestral land. Allow the peoples of Biafra to grow old in the ancestral land and die peaceful way. Why should we be killed by the AK-47 supplied by British government to Nigeria? Terrorist government.
We want referendum.
I remember when former Prime Minister David Cameron was jumping up and down, collecting money from Buhari, collecting money up and down. David Cameron, the former British Prime Minister and former President of America, Barack Obama. These two people are cowards. These two people, Barack Obama and former British Prime Minister David Cameron, these two people are cowards and they are supporting terrorists. They forcefully bring this man called Buhari today into power. And guess what? They have collected their own share and they have collected their own blood. The same thing apply to Archbishop of Canterbury, Justice Wembe. We just come out from his Archbishop right now and give him his own share of shame. And today, we are saying that every British citizen must rise up today and ask number down the street, what was the crime of Nnamdi Kanu? The same way Mandela was asking for the freedom of his people. He was disgraced terrorist organization. The same way Nigeria called us terrorists, but the international community said no. The reason why they said no, because they know that we have intermarried. It's going to affect. Without that, agree. Because we are the people that mapped that for total extermination. But we said no, we are not going to die anymore. We have to take our destiny into our own hands.
By force.
We have to take our destiny into our own hands. All we are calling the British government to quickly release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally.
He's a British citizen.
Release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. He did not commit any crime. A British citizen was kidnapped in Kenya. Kenya government, Uhuru Kenyatta, was paid $1 billion just for one person. Uhuru Kenyatta. If you are a Kenyan citizen here, shame on you. If you are a Kenyan citizen here, you should be shame on you. The government is supporting terrorism. If you are a Kenyan citizen here, you should be ashamed of you that Uhuru Kenyatta, who is leading Kenya today, is supporting terrorists. Uhuru Kenyatta has $1 billion in his account just to extradition a British citizen who never committed any crime. The crime he's committed was to ask for the freedom of his people. The same way churches stand up and fight to make sure that Britain was secure today. The same way Mandela stood up and asked for the freedom and drove away appetite. The same way Nnamdi Kanu still stood up and said enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Enough of the killings of Biafrans in eastern Nigeria today. Enough is enough. Enough of killing Biafrans in eastern Nigeria today. But what we are asking the whole world to know, that the genocide that committed against us in 1967 to 70, the former British Prime Minister Harold Wilson, he has a blood in his hand. If you are related to him here today, if you are his concubine, if you are his nephew, if you are whatever you are to Harold Wilson, believe in me, you actually have blood in your hand. Because Harold Wilson will never know peace.
He's in hell.
He has the blood in his hand. That is why we are calling Boris Johnson to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is being free from the dungeon of DSS. Because we, the people of Biafra, have sworn an oath to make sure that we defend our people.
Yes.
We must surely defend our people. What happened to us in 1967 to 17 is not going to repeat himself again. We must surely defend our ancestral land. Our ancestral land can never be taken away by the Fulani herdsmen. Our ancestral land can never be fulfilled by the Fulani herdsmen. Fulanis are killing people all over Nigeria today, but British government turn blind eyes. That is why we are calling for referendum for Biafrans to determine their future in Nigeria. But our freedom we shall get. Anyhow we go into our freedom, we must surely get it. Because enough is enough. We are not going to sit and watch our people being butchered in their own farm. Our people don't longer go to their farm. Our mothers don't longer farm because of Fulani herdsmen. They said that Nigeria belongs to them. We don't want to drag Nigeria for them, with them. All we're asking is referendum so that we can determine our fate. They should take Nigeria and stay. That is why we are calling number 10 down the street. And Her Majesty, the brutality Queen Elizabeth II to intervene in our case. Because our case is something that is going to cause another migration. Because there is a big migration which is going to turn up from Nigeria to the whole Europe. So we are trying to avoid it. Right now, there is a migration who is going to start from Nigeria to the whole Europe. We are not going to watch our fathers, our mothers, our sisters being killed by Fulani herdsmen. And British government is still sponsoring terrorists as I speak to you today. Why are they keeping quiet? Why are British government keeping quiet? Watch Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, Ansaro, Mieti Allah, butchering in other ethnic groups. That is what happened in 1967 is repeating himself again. Whereby our late general said, enough is enough. We need to go to Abori and negotiate peaceful exit of Nigeria. That is why we have Abori Accord. They went there with Gowon. The art genocidist himself. Gowon now is preaching as a pastor. Gowon now, the reason why God kept him alive is to see the atrocity he committed against innocent Biafrans. Gowon is reaping the atrocity he committed against innocent Biafrans today. That is why God keeps Gowon alive, to see even his own people is not safe in Nigeria anymore. He can't speak because what goes around comes back. What goes around comes around. Gowon can't speak today because he has 6 million people blood in his hand. That is why Gowon people cannot even forgive him, because they have realized that Gowon put them into this mess today. Because our late Dimojuku peacefully went to Abori and asked for the peaceful restructure of Nigeria, which what they are asking today. That is why they killed, they unleashed pogrom, genocide against us in 1967. Because we asked, we want to determine our future. And there was agreement negotiating in Abori, and they came back to Nigeria. British government asked Nigerian government not to fulfill the agreement. And they were killing our people all over the whole place in Nigeria. And the general have to say, enough is enough. Don't kill my people. He was lied into. But today, God has already vindicated him. Yes, may his soul rest in peace. God has vindicated him. Everybody in Nigeria is crying. Everybody today in Nigeria is seeing what that man has seen. We have a tyrant in power. In the name of Muhammadu Buhari, who died in 2017. And be buried in shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. And somebody is meeting Muhammadu Buhari to commit genocide in Nigeria today.
Supported by Britain.
Supported by Britain. My people, do you know that Britain peacefully and hiding under Muhammadu Buhari's name, who is committing genocide in Nigeria today? Genocide is going on as I'm speaking to you today. There is a blood in Britain's hand as well. Because they need to come clean and tell the world that they are not in support of this genocide that is going on in Nigeria today. There's a genocide going on in Nigeria as I speak to you today. Katola Land, the British ambassador, is there sitting in Abuja. Watch children being adopted in their house, rape, kill, murder. People can no longer go to their churches again in Nigeria. People can no longer worship their God. If you are being seen in church, your head will be chopped off as a Christian. This is what we are asking. We don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. We are seeking peacefully referendum. The same way the Scottish people ask for their referendum. The same way British exit from the EU. This is how we are asking peacefully to exit. Finally, British referendum. It's our right. So determination. That is why we are asking today for referendum to be given to us, so that we can determine our fate to Nigeria. And we've been killed. We've been called terrorists. If you're asking for your freedom, if you're asking for your right, then we call you a terrorist. Then we call you all sorts of names. Mandela was once called a terrorist, but today Mandela was honored. His status was placed somewhere there, but he is a terrorist. Do you know that Mandela, when Mandela was asking for his freedom, he was called a terrorist by Margaret Thatcher? Yes. But today, Mandela is becoming a hero, and his status was placed somewhere in Britain. Yes. Is it not an irony? Absolutely. It's an irony, my people. That is why we are asking Britain, do the right thing. Allow Biafrans to go. Biafrans wants to exit Nigeria. Nigeria is not our home. We have been tired. We have been killed enough. Our blood has been poured in Nigeria enough. We are tired. We are tired. We are tired. We have been telling the whole world to allow Biafran to go. The oil that is in our land, the crude oil, the gas is in our land. The Western world can take it as much as they want. We don't believe in crude oil and gas. We have the people of Biafra use their brain to develop what we can develop. Go to our land today. Can you believe that the people of Eastern Nigeria called Biafras, we are the people that travel most. But if you come to our land, we don't have one single international airport. We don't have seaports. We don't have no good road. We don't have no schools. We don't have no hospital. We don't even know where to stay as a people. But there is a crude oil being pumped in my yard, in my backyard every day. That's being taken. Shell, BP is there. When you go to where they call somewhere in the river state today, Ogoni, it's not been clean. The people there barely survive. There's a lot of cancer going on, killing people of Ogoni. But I remember one certain time when there is a oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, the whole world stood up and cleaned it under 10 days. Why is Ogoni different? Because we are black people, black idiots. That is how they see us. But do you know one thing? There's a people from Eastern Nigeria called Biafra today. Look at us here. Brilliant people. We are not stupid. We are not stupid. We are not stupid. We develop something with our brain. That is why Britain look at us and say, no, these people are very brilliant. And they turn around and give us religion. We accepted it. We take the Western culture from Britain, and Britain goes behind our back and give AK-47 to the Fulanese. And the Fulanese are killing innocent Biafrans, innocent Nigerians, innocent Benues, innocent Plateaus, innocent Totuduas. For how long can Britain keep quiet? Watch the Fulanese keep killing innocent ethnic groups. That is why we are saying that Nnamdi Kanu must be free. Free Nnamdi Kanu! Free Nnamdi Kanu! Beat and let my people go. To Kotabama is calling them. Allow them go to their promised land. Beat and let my people go. Let's go! Beat and let my people go. To Kotabama is calling them. Allow them go to their promised land. Beat and let my people go. Beat and let my people go. Chukwuemeka is calling them. Allow them go to their promised land. Beat and let my people go. Do you know that if another citizens of the whole world was kidnapped, You could have been in BBC. You could have been in CNN. You could have been in Al Jazeera. You could have been in Fox News. But you know that a British citizen was kidnapped. His name is Nnamdi Kanu. He was asking for the freedom of his people. The same way Nicholas Sturgeon was asking for the freedom of Scottish people. He was never called a terrorist. But Nnamdi Kanu was called a terrorist by Nigerian government. Which we know that the people of Biafra, we are very lovely, peaceful people. All we are asking is peaceful referendum for we to determine our fate in Nigeria. And our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, was forcefully kidnapped in Kenya. Kenya government donated $100 billion to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, and the extradition taken back to Nigeria. And the British government kept quiet. All we are hearing is Nigerian government need to come clean. Nigerian government need to come clean. This is not how. This is not the way to ask for the right of your citizens. It's not the way to ask for the right of your citizen. Your citizen being kidnapped, tortured for 8 good days, chained on the concrete wall. His only crime is to ask for the freedom of his people. And the freedom Nnamdi Kanu should get. And we are asking, telling the whole world peacefully today, that if Nnamdi Kanu is being harmed by the terrorist government of Muhammadu Buhari, if Nnamdi Kanu being harmed by the terrorist government of Muhammadu Buhari, believe you me, let it be on record today. Today's date is the 25th of June, 2021. Today's date is 25th July, 2021. If Nnamdi Kanu being harmed, if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, and we being forced to pick up arms, if we the Biafrans being forced to pick up arms, we must surely defend our We must surely defend our and we will fight it all over the whole world, anywhere Biafrans will. We must surely show the whole world that we've been killed. We are being killed. Enough is enough. We are not going to take it anymore. If Nnamdi Kanu being harmed, if Nnamdi Kanu, anything that happens to him, and the whole world keep quiet, watching because he's a black man, if anything being happen to him, that means Britain is forcing us to take up arms and fight the government of Nigeria, which we are going to do. We are not only longer going to fight it in Nigeria, we are also going to fight it everywhere we are resident in the whole world. Because that is when the whole world will understand the pain Biafra has been going through for the past 60 years today. We never accepted this amalgamation by Frederick Lugard. We never accepted the amalgamation in 1914. Britain amalgamated us with the so-called Nigeria. Nigeria, what Nigeria means today is death, misery, terrorism, kidnapping, all sorts of things we can talk about it. That is what Nigeria is representing. If you come and say, anybody that says to you is a Nigeria, look at him very well, run away from him. Either he's a terrorist or he's a criminal. That is how they see you as a Nigeria. And today, the people of Biafra are asking, we want our freedom. If you are traveling with a Nigerian passport, you'll be stopped while other citizens have been going. You'll be stopped, you'll be humiliated. Probably, you'll be stopped and be searched as a criminal. Not our fault. It's not my fault because I didn't ask Britain to amalgamate me with Nigeria. That was a crime against me and against my generation. If you are traveling with Nigerian passport now, you've been harassed in the port of entry. You've been detained. You've been searched, calling you all sorts of names. But let me tell you what, the names they call, the criminals they call Nigeria today, is being signed by the Britain because Britain committed a crime. You don't have the right to amalgamate people. And Frederick Lugard said after 100 years, you people have the right to go a separate way. But why is it Nigeria still existing today? Why is Nigeria existing? Nigeria is supposed to not be existing because it's a crime. It's a forceful amalgamation against the indigenous of Nigeria. But today the Fulanis are enjoying, having fun, killing people, butchering people, destroying homes, burning homes. They release the Fulanis, they say it's all the painted Boko Haram. They integrate them into the military, into the police, and ship them down to the east. And they are there killing our people, and they are there murdering our people don't longer go to farm. I want to ask the British police question. British police, this is your question right now. Can you allow the terrorists from Afghanistan to be your police and your army? Can you allow that? And British police doesn't allow the terrorists from Afghanistan to be integrated in British army and police. Can you allow that? But it's happening in Nigeria today. Nigeria, Boko Haram is been killing people since how many years today? But the Muhammadu Buhari is integrating them back into Nigerian police and Nigerian army. So when you go to Nigeria today, you are not safe. You can be shot very easily by Fulani investment or Boko Haram. They are into military, they are into police, civil servant. Everywhere you can talk of it. Boko Haram is into Nigerian army. Boko Haram is into Nigerian army. So that shows that we are not safe. That is why we are here asking for our freedom. And our freedom we shall get. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We have been protesting peacefully and the whole world turned blind eyes. But one day, guess what? One day we are going to lose like a python in the cage. We are going to lose like a python in the cage. So the better they allow Biafrans to go, is the better for the whole world to know peace. We are not violent people. All we are asking is the right of the people of Biafra. The same way churches stood up and stand for the right of the Britain when Hitler was ravaging everywhere. Churches stood up and defended Britain. Why was Nnamdi Kanu be different? Nnamdi Kanu said enough is enough. Enough of killings of Biafrans. He stood up and then he been kidnapped. Look at the innocent man, a British citizen, being kidnapped in Kenya, tortured for 8 days. Tortured for 8 days. And Kenya government take 100 billion from Nigerian government just for one man. He is asking for the freedom of his people. The same way Nicola Sturgeon was asking for the freedom of Scottish people. The same way Britain asked for the peaceful exit of EU. There's no time the EU bring all their ammunition to come and fight Britain. It never happened. It's a dialogue way. They go through the dialogue way and everybody exists peacefully. Why must Biafra remain in Nigeria? This is the question we are asking number 10 down the street. Why must Biafra remain in Nigeria? Why we know that we are not safe? We are being killed every day. We are being killed, destroyed in our own land. And I believe if it is Britain will never allow it. The same way we said enough is enough. That is why we are here to call for the government of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, to look into this case because it's going to cause another civil war. And believe you me, any civil war that breaks out in Nigeria today is Britain is responsibility for it.
Yes, sir.
Any civil war that breaks out in Nigeria today, Britain, we are going to tell the whole world to hold Britain responsible.
Yes, sir.
If there is any civil war in Nigeria today, we are going to tell the whole world that Britain is responsible for it. If there is any war broke out in Nigeria today, we are going to tell the whole world that Britain is responsible for it.
Yes,
we are not afraid of dying. We are not afraid of death. Death is afraid of us as I'm speaking now. We are not afraid of death, but rather death is afraid of us. Because we lost 6 million people during 1967. Because nobody will lose 6 million people in 1967 will keep quiet. So that is why we are asking today. Let Nnamdi Kanu free. 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 Let my people go. Chukwuka is calling them. Allow them go to their promised land. Britain, let my people go. Let's go. Britain, let my people go. Chukwuka is calling them. Allow them go to their promised land. Britain, let my people go. Britain, let my people go. Chukwuka is calling them. Allow them go to their promised land. Britain, let my people go.
Hello everyone, it's running. I think I need to give it a pause now. Then I will come back later.